We are presenting you the model from Spleene SPX with a 4-point bridle with 3 pulleys. The steering lines are directly connected to the tip and have 2 different attachment methods to alter the bar pressure and the turning speed. You cannot find a labeling. The SPX is, like in his beginning days, a 4-strut kite. Line deflectors can only be found at the end of the front tube. All the other vertical struts, the 3 struts, do not have any. To vent the kite there is a classical in and out valve in the middle of the kite. The front tube is closed with a welted seam and doubled and sewn on the inside. Additionally, it is reinforced with a belt strap webbing. The kite is reinforced with additional medium-sized Dacron panels, in the area of the tips. The trailing edge has a cloth doubling on the whole length and diverse plastic parts to avoid a fluttering of the rip-off edge. For the flight canopy, Spleene is using a double ripstop material of the SPX. The reinforcements for possible impact and abrasion spots are made out of Dacron material. All vertical struts are attached to the canopy with a single seam and are again double and sewn. And the last reinforcement is located on the transition of the front tube to the flight cloth, a thin piece of canopy. The SPX appears in the class of the Freestyle kites. These are kites like Dice, RPM, GTS-5 and other ones alike. And if you look at its gliding behavior, then he passes quite well because it is provided with even and early flow at the lowest area, which immediately delivers an even pull. In total, it should always be positioned a little lower than the outermost twinned window because it feels the best over there. At the same time, it is pulling height really well without any corrections. You will only need a small sinus after the transition, a small impulse, and the kite will be provided with flow cleanly and pulls nicely towards low. Especially in comparison, it reacts fast to bar. The bar feeling is very direct and it reacts very fast and precisely to every steering command, and it is not missing any precision. At the same time, it is giving a good feedback with light and playful bar forces. Its throughout medium bass pull fits really well to the whole conception and delivers a harmonic flight feeling. Its flight picture is mostly characterized by agility. That obviously is because of the fast responding steering, and it moves in medium turning radii. And the whole thing plays out with medium flight speed. Four-strut kites, same with its precursor for example, tends to heavy twisting in their profile. The new SPX does not have this anymore and stays nicely stable in all situations, even if its D-power capability is effective throughout and is enough for every force reduction. The safety system from Spleene, which was delivered with bar, the chicken loop, has an activation force of 12 kg and a load of 120 kg. After this, a pressure-less crash will happen by using a single front line safety. The reinstallment of the system is easily understandable and doable for everyone without reading a manual. Principally, it might be a rather old chicken loop system and there are more current and certainly easier working ones. The restart is done easily for a sea kite. By pulling and holding one steering leash, the kite will wander to the wind window fluently and starts there evenly. Because of its precise steering and the interaction with the force that hits the right point. When staring up, it has a very nice, even and lightly progressive lift.
You're listening to the Antenna Deep Edition.
He obviously is in the top class of the freestyle/freeride kites, and it also does not have to hide in regards to his hang time, because of its effective depower capabilities. Also in the upper wind area, you can always control him before the jump off so that you can enjoy longer flight phases. It does not reach the high-class standards for this class, but it is very respectable. In regards to required steering skills, you need some experience since the kite wants to be steered actively all the time. And normal pull of the bar and lifting is not going to give a great result. If you have mastered an active kite steering at the jump off, so, you will get a nice result. For the unhooked jumps, the SPX delivers a very nice pop. The SPX also makes a good figure when unhooked. It positions itself optimally in the wind window before the jump off and delivers a nice progressive pop that invites you for parsing because the pressure reduction is always enough. You will have to adjust to the high agility of the kite so that you will hold the bar calmly and so that you will not steer the kite wrongly. When doing kite loops, the medium turning radii of the SPX will deliver a nice transversely offset, and everything will always stay nicely controlled because the kite will stay cleanly in its flow. Even when the height is not always enough, the kite will catch itself safely. This even airflow in all situations also helps it when you want to do some foiling. You will need enough force on the board and the wings, but a simple sinus will be enough for it to start, and then the kite will stay nicely neutral. With the light and playful forces of the bar, everything will be enjoyable and it stays easily steerable in a medium depowered stat, because of which you are able to speak of a versatile application area in regards to freeride foiling. The current model of the Spleene SPX presents itself as a really versatile freestyle and freeride kite in our test. It amazed us with its good to very good hooked jump capabilities with which it lands in the upper league. Also, with the unhooked jumps it delivers a good result throughout. There might be specialists like RPM and FX or ones like that might be a little more stable in their positionings. It might be easier for some people to the trick with those, but whoever likes agile shoots and who knows how to steer them will have lots of fun with the SPX. Implying that you like the 80s design of the kite. Spleene reached into the color chest deeply with this one. It certainly stands out from the usual material and color mix. The workmanship of the kite is done well and solidly, only the bar was not, so to say, surrendered to us for testing. We were able to fly the kite with the Spleene bar, but there will be no separate test from us because the bar is not really state of the art anymore. There is something new in the pipeline and you are allowed to be excited for that. There obviously will be a movie. And until then we will enjoy ourselves with the results of the SPX. Its performances which it has presented to us.